Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. जिहि एका एक वीण न कीजे तृणाचे ही निर्वाण तिये दोघे जीव प्राण जिया दोघा. It is the 12th OV. Like in Hindi we have got Chaupai, in Sanskrit we have got meter, shlok, anushtup, etc. Here it is called as OV, OVI. जिहि एका एक वीण न कीजे तृणाचे ही निर्माण. Even the most insignificant thing like a blade of grass cannot be created independently only by the Shiva or only by the Shakti. See? Because the whole world is a cooperative product of the two. In the absence of the one, the other cannot function. And therefore, jiye doghe jiva prana. So Shiva gives the existence and Shakti provides the energy. This energy is further divided into Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti. So, when Param Shiva is reduced to Shiva, his own potentiality is recognized by him, then he has a freedom that is called as Ichha Shakti. Ichha Shakti means freedom. Why do you want to sleep in the class? Marji meri? See? Ichha Shakti, freedom. Who has the freedom? He who is not controlled by anybody. See? So this Shiva has the freedom. His freedom is called as the Ichha Shakti. His freedom is called as Ichha Shakti. And this Ichha, when it happens, then two things are required. One is the knowledge and second is the action. So, the Ichha Shakti expresses as Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti. Although it is off the track, but be very attentive. You all must have heard Kundalini. Those who have not heard, lucky. Those who have heard, suffer. When they talk about invocation of the Sushumna Nadi or awakening of the Kundalini, ठीक है अभी, हाँ. Awakening of the Kundalini, what exactly it means? See? This is for all of us to practice. It is not difficult. See? One is Jnana Shakti, second is Kriya Shakti. When Jnana, the knowledge, is represented in action, and when actions are the expression of the knowledge, there is no fight between these two energies. See? Shakhayor dvai shakti mulaka, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says. Both of them are the product of the Ichha Shakti of Paramatma. So Ichha Shakti is one. We also desire. I wish I can climb on the mountain. Even in the dream we cannot. What is the reason? So, this Ichha Shakti expresses as to Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. When from any single point, two lines come out, they cannot be parallel to each other. There will be a kind of an angle. And as we go away from the source of origin, the distance between the two lines will start increasing. See the distance at the base, hardly maybe half mm. As we go away from the source, the distance starts increasing. So, our Jnana Shakti, early to bed and early to rise is the way to be healthy, wealthy and wise. Kriya Shakti. Late to bed and late to rise is the way to be unhealthy and otherwise. Slowly, we lose self-confidence. What is self-confidence? What I think, it is done. What is lack of self-confidence? No, I thought many times I should get up in the morning and do meditation. But then, why Bhagwan is only in the morning or? And then again we wake up at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and there is a guilt. Today also I could not get up. I don't think I can do anything in life. I am good for nothing. What is the reason? Reason is this. We do not respect our knowledge in our life. Now tell me, knowledge-wise, we are not poor. Now who doesn't know? We should not become angry with others. But that is our second nature. Who doesn't know that we should not speak bad words to others? But we do. The reason is, we do not represent our knowledge in our actions. Now, when this is continuously done, the distance between the two starts widening. I think this is not for me. I tried many times. You keep on disrespecting your own knowledge in your life. Slowly, slowly, the gap between the knowledge and action widens to such an extent, and the wider the gap between these two is called as lack of self-confidence. And when knowledge is represented in action, then the gap between these two energies starts reducing. And when knowledge is 100% represented in action, then you get the Sankalpa Siddhi. We say something, nothing happens. See? You must have seen that Lakshman Jhula. I think they are building new one, earlier broken. So, how that Lakshman Jhula came, you know? There was one Mahatma, his name was Prakashananda, but he was called as Kali Kamliwala because he used to have the Kali Kamli. One Marwari couple from Calcutta came 100 years before, more than 100 years. Pretty elderly, 60. Those days 60 means very old. Now 60 means I am only 60. Problems are because of that. Okay. So they came and say, Maharaj ji, bachcha nahi hai, please bless us. Next year when you come with a baby and sweets. Casually he said. And next year he has to come. Baby was born. So he said, see, because of your grace this happened, now what can we do for you? Now what can we do for him who can create anything by Sankalpa? He said, okay, construct a bridge, because when people have to cross the Ganges, it is a problem for them. And that time that hanging bridge was constructed. Because of what? Sankalpa Siddhi. See? Thoughts must represent in our actions. Actions must follow. The action must be preceded by the wisdom. This is the meaning. Jihi eka veena eka, na kije trunache hi nirmana. Anything we want to really achieve in life is what is important is self-confidence. God's grace expresses in our life as self-confidence. Many of us are having this problem. We have no confidence in anything. We lock the room. I was in Calcutta with oldie, a Malayali oldie. These are different varieties. So this Mallu oldie with whom I was staying, we used to stay on the first or second floor. And there was a collapsible door or a gate. He will himself lock, very big lock and all that. Very strong door. Lock it and we come down. And he said, did I lock it properly? Yes, Mama. I used to call him Mama. Mama, yes, you have locked it properly. No. You go and see. So I will go and it's locked properly. I don't think you have gone up there. And he will go up there. And he will pull it so hard, the door will come out. Now we don't have even this much confidence whether I have done this or not. See, friends, lack of confidence is the biggest problem in life. But there should not be overconfidence. See? So, jihi eka veena eka na kije trunache hi nirmana. Therefore, life is a cooperative endeavor. The Stri Purusha, husband, wife. Jiye doghe jiva prana, and therefore both of them are support to each other. See, friends. But when the husband thinks the wife is surviving because of me, and if the wife thinks the husband is surviving because of me, then both of them are going the wrong way, and it ends up in kabaddi, 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 kabaddi. Tu, my, tu. Jihe doge jiva prana jiya doga. Therefore, friends, one simple principle I'll tell you. When we respect somebody, like when I go, you people come, and out of your respect, reverence, do namaskar to me. Who is benefited? Am I benefited or you are benefited? We go to Lord Shiva and pour cold water. That is the reason I don't allow Pada Puja. I have suffered once. Right? Because it is winter, Swami, we have kept hot water. It was water which can be used for making tea. Boiling. So I learned that day. No more Pada Puja, enough. And then I had to tell why not. Then I had to make stories. See, in earlier days, Mahatmas used to come walking barefooted, all jungle, all mud and everything. The Grihasthas are very walking. Walking means chalu. They are very smart. So what they will do, the dust and dirt of the Mahatma's feet should not come in their house. Therefore, Maharaji, Pada Puja is nothing like that. So when we do namaskar out of reverence and respect, who is benefited? The one who is giving reverence and respect is benefited, is it not? Now what is there to learn? Therefore, when the husband respects the wife and the wife respects the husband, there will be a tremendous change in your attitude towards life. One more example. There is one Marathi family in Pune. Both of them educated, very well read. And I met them somewhere, and for the first time, for no reason, when she came for the lecture, I started talking to her in Marathi. How do you know I am a Marathi? I said, I can smell Marathi. Then I went to their place for food and complaining so. Swamiji, we are both fighting continuously. I said, keep it up. What can I do? And we don't know why we fight. We know it's wrong. But constantly we are fighting. Can you help us? I said, I can give 2 sticks. Start. No, please help us. We really don't want to fight, but we fight. Now see the pathetic, miserable experience they must be having. I said, I'll tell you something, but my rules, no discussion, no argument. Stops there. Agreed. I said, in your tradition, husband is never addressed by name. See? When you call somebody Like I call people Mahatma Ji. See? Can you call like this, Mahatma Ji, ek lagaunga? You cannot. When you address somebody respectfully, you cannot insult him or her. I said, you call your husband, see? Gangaram, pani le aao. Then Gangaram said, Rupati, main kyun lau? And the jagda continues. So what should I do? I said, you stop addressing him by his name. And what is your tradition? How do you address in your way? We say aho. In UP and Hindi bed, they called AG. Do you know what is meaning AG? Hey, gadhe. But respectfully, they say AG. Friends. So when you have mutual respect, there will be peace always. See, friends? And when I give respect to somebody, I am benefited. Once you recognize this principle in your life, you will never be arrogant and bitter towards anybody. Now take this example. Suppose I have tremendous hatred for somebody. Somebody doesn't know, but I have that hatred. And that somebody comes, Swamiji, how are you? Arre baap re, subah subah aa gaya hai. He doesn't know. But hatred is in me, not in him. Therefore, this has to be clearly recognized that the quality of our mind determines the quality of our life. See, this is what I say. Tai dampatyapane. Therefore, both of them are jiva prana for each other. So, jiye doge jiva prana jiya doge. They respectfully live together. If this is how the world is created, why we should not have respectful relationship among your husband and wife? See? And then check the anubhav. Everything will change around you. Now, one more point. Elderly people these days are complaining that children don't have respect for us. See? Now, what is our qualification? Age. What we have done to increase our age? If we have earned money, we have worked hard. Understand? If we have studied, yes, we have worked hard. We got the degrees and all that. Therefore, people should respect us. But if we are simply grown, lamba hua to kya hua, jaise ped khajura. See? Chaya nahi pathik ko phala lage ati dura. If we are only grown up by age, that is not the criteria for receiving respect. See, friends, in short, we must try to understand others and not react. Gharavate motaki doge, jai gosavi seje rige, tai dampatyapane jage swamini je. Now from here, the whole day and night the world continues. Gharavate motaki doge. In this creation there are only two, the father and the mother, the Shiva and the Shakti. Without them, the house cannot be maintained. Then what happens? Jai Gosavi Seje Rige. Then the father sleeps. Shiva becomes unmanifest. Then Tai Dampatyapane Jage. Then Shakti, the wife, plays the role of both father and mother. See? Swamini ji. It is not, I have cooked food, now you wash the dishes. See, friends, division of labor is division of the family. Don't divide. It's so important. If we take this attitude, that if we are getting an opportunity to serve, it can't be better than this. And when you take this attitude of service, you know what happens? We become insult proof. Nobody can insult us. See? For example, one servant brought tea, something like that, and he happened to dash somewhere and everything fell on the floor. So the owner will become angry. You will have to pay for this. Okay? Lazy fellow. So then servant has to know where to go there. Then the son-in-law. Papaji, don't worry, I'll get. All the servants are like this. He gets it exactly the same spot, the same event, and it breaks. Will the father-in-law say, Beta, kahin lag to nahi gaya? Why? Earlier was the servant, and second one was not the servant. He was doing service without becoming a servant. See, friends, when we are paid, we are accounted for. But when we serve without any expectation, then no problem. So, Paramate Motaki Doge, Jai Gosavi Seje Rige. So, when they are together living, one of them retires, goes to sleep, other takes care of. Tai Dampatya Pane Jage Swamini Ji. Be attentive. Any house, this is my observation, as many houses I have seen, you have not even thought of. So many of them. And from the quality of that house inside, the quality of that lady in the house is known. House is maintained only by the ladies. Gents can create only mess. They cannot keep anything clean. You see my room. It is manufacturer's defect. What can you do? But if the lady is also like that, then the whole house is in such a mess. See, friends, there are very few communities where the houses are really beautiful and clean. So, when the Shiva and Shakti, they are supporting this whole world, and when the Shiva goes to sleep, meaning when the matter becomes prominent. See? When Shiva goes to sleep, when waking happens, we come out of the sleep, then matter becomes predominant. And the whole life is lived in a material way. And then this Prakriti gets tired. And then she goes to sleep. But we don't die. That time Shiva takes over. So between the two, day shift, night shift. And this is how the life continues. And the world is maintained. Jaya dogha maji ekade vipaye umajale hoyanide rite gharvata gidu ninusade kanahi kari. See, when these two of them, Doge, Shiva and Shakti, when they awaken suddenly and they created the whole world. Now we are going from the individuality to totality. So when we are awake, the world is created. When we sleep, the world is swallowed. Friends, our sleep is a mini pralaya. Now another important point which I like very much. This is from Yoga Vasishta. Think over this. It is very good to contemplate. In our dream, there are so many things. Pancha Mahabhutas are there. There are many people, good and bad. There is creation. There are animals, trees, plants, everything. And we go through that experience of dream. How long? Till we are sleeping. When we awake, what happens to all the characters in that dream? Where do they go? Nowhere. because they were never there. They only appeared. This is our dream story. In the same manner, when Hiranyagarbha, the creator, when he is going to sleep, Mahapralaya, all of us who are in the character of that Maha dream, where will they go? Nowhere. So if you want to understand what creation is, try this. In our Delhi, Birla Mandir, there is a small temple, only small, maybe about 6 by 4, 4 by like that. And there is one Bhagwan Krishna standing. 3 sides, there are mirrors, big mirrors. Front only you can see, you can't enter. But you can always see this way, that way. This mirror is reflected in this mirror. This is reflected. There are innumerable reflections. So that one Krishna appears innumerable times in both, everywhere Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Now if we remove the mirrors, where they have gone? Exactly the same way. This whole world is nothing but reflected in our mind. And when the mind closes in deep sleep, where all of them have gone? In this manner, the world is created and it dissolves, like the dream. Therefore, do not become unnecessarily serious about anything or anybody in life. A drama going on. This is what we call Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. Leela means everything appears to be happening, but nothing is happening. See? You must have seen when these two characters in both Ram Leela and Krishna Leela. Ram Leela, Hanumanji and Sitaji. Krishna Leela, Radha Krishna. There Sitaji and Radhaji, that role is played always by boys, not by girls. They have the perfect makeup like a girl. So one person in Vrindavan I asked, I said, hey, why this Radha is so serious? So he told me, Swamiji, we also do not know. We always select most handsome boy, giggling, laughing, ha ha hoo hoo. But the moment the makeup is made, something happens to him. See? But he is not like that actually. He is normal. See? So when he is playing the role of Radha, he doesn't forget that he is a man. See, friends. Therefore, when Sitaji is played by a man, then he doesn't forget that I am a man first and then Sita. In the same manner, we all have to play our roles, play your role beautiful, perfectly, and forget about it. This is the way God has created this world and playing fool with us. But we take this play so serious. You must have seen very many earlier days before, maybe when the cinema started. In the villages, they used to have the cinema in the open thing, and the villagers used to go. And if there is the Shivji and Naga, the village ladies will go and offer prasad and all that, They are taking it as real. Therefore, this drama is a drama, and this is constantly happening. Like the waves come out, waves go back. Waves come out, waves go back. Similarly, waking comes out, waking goes back. Dream comes out, dream goes back. Sleep comes out, sleep goes back. Then meditation comes out, it goes back. It is incessantly going on. But where from it comes? Where does it go? If our attention is on that, then we come to know, ye chala chali ka khela, ye chela cheli ka khela. See? Therefore, I, the Absolute, exist. Jaya Doghamaji Ekadi, between the two, one of them, Vipaye Umajale Hoye Nide, and he sleeps or awakens. When one of them sleeps, the other becomes prominent. And when the other becomes prominent, sleeps, the first becomes prominent. In this manner, the waking and the sleep, this drama is going on continuously. And in this, there is no change, either in Shiva or the Shakti, in the man or the woman. It continues. Therefore, the rule is, when a dream breaks, nothing is destroyed. And when a dream happens, nothing is created. Doho angachi atani, givasita ahati yekapani, zali bheda chiyavahani, adhi adha adhi je. See? Now, that one Param Shiva, Adha Adi, he himself got dichotomized. Now see, when the sperm and ovum unite, is one. Then there is a cleavage, so that one becomes two. Then two becomes four. The four becomes 16. There is a constant opening up. So dichotomization is a natural process wherein expansion happens. Therefore, when we sow a seed, two things come out. One goes upward, the sapling, other goes downward, the root. And then it again starts going. Then two leaves will come, then branches, and slowly expansion, and everything becomes again collected into the seed. Be attentive. And then the seed falls. And from that again the new plant comes out. This is going on incessantly. This is all happening only in nature. And the same thing happens with us. But the difference is, we create relations, we create possessions, and the samsara is created for us. See, friends. Therefore, they are themselves constantly creating this duality, and then they are searching each other. How they are searching? The bhokta is wanting the bhogya vastu. The karta wants the doer things to do something. So the duality becomes the prominent life partner for each of them. And therefore, Vishayo ekamekanchi jiye. The experiencer is experiencer only when there is something experienced. The experienced has no value unless there is the experiencer. Thus both of them are constantly needing each other. See? So, Visho ekamekanchi jiye. And now what happens? See? When the husband tells the wife, please get me a glass of water. So he became the boss, she became a servant. Then she says, please go to market and get a sari for me. Okay. See? So she becomes the master, he becomes the servant. Life is this mutual understanding. Therefore, Visho ekamekanchi jiye. They become object for each other mutually. It's not I am only the boss, no. Visho ekamekanchi jiye, jiye ekamekanchi vishay iye. And therefore, they become subject-object alternatively for each other. And from that, it is said, jiye dogi sukhiye. And both of them are happy to serve each other. See? Jiye doge. It's not, why should I? I have cooked the food. But he says, then I have eaten the food in spite of that. What about that? See? There was one old couple, And that lady was always doing experiment in cooking. And one evening, she cooked something, laid a beautiful dining table, all nice crockery, and said, "Honey, we will have tonight candlelight dinner." Nice candles were put over there. And that old man came as if for sacrifice. And then he saw everything and took something, a bite. "You tell me, what is the best thing that you like on the table?" She was expecting the food material. Candles are the best. Friends. So, je dogi sukhiye, je doge. She is happy to serve him and he is happy to get whatever he gets happily. No complaints. Therefore, our Mahamantra, living at zero complaint level. Continuing further, this relationship should be very clearly understood. Stri Purusha Nama Bhede Shivapane Ekale Nande Jaga Sagale Adhade Pane Ihi. In fact, it is one Paramatma, one Brahman, one Param Shiva. Stri Purusha Nama Bhede. See, man and woman, they are only names. Otherwise they are same. See, Nama Bhede Shivapana Ekale Nande. Man is, woman is. Like between these two, whom you will give importance, whether to the man or the woman. Both are equally important. And they are both expression of the same. Man is, woman is. Husband is, wife is. So this one existence is expressing in two ways. One is the Prakriti and second is the Purusha. Therefore, Stri Purusha Nama Bhede Shivapana Ekale Nande. The more you understand this, see, speech, Purusha. Ability to express perfectly well, Shakti. Sound, Purusha. But the music, Shakti. See? Body, Purush. But the ability to do Bharatanatyam is Shakti. If one of them is absent, nothing can happen. Therefore, Jaga Sagade Adhade Panejihi. So the whole world is half is Shakti and half is Purusha, the Stri Purusha. And therefore, on the infinite scale, the ratio between man and woman is 1:1. But then, hum do, hamara adha adha. Single sibling problems are terrible. They don't have anything to share. They don't learn anything. And even if they are two, the parents have no time for them. Delhi, in a school, I was sitting with the principal for something. One couple came to the principal to complain. Please tell, my son and daughter, they are like cat and rat, constantly fighting. We give them everything, yet they fight. They don't tolerate each other. What should we do? He said, you are very lucky. Swamiji is here. I had to go and take class, and she went away. So I was offered. Then I said, where are your children? They are in this school. I said, then you please go away. Come after 1 hour or half an hour. Go away far. Don't keep your car nearby. So they went. Then I called the boy. Elder boy, younger sister. The boy was in class 9 or 10 and a girl was about class 6 or 7. So to that boy I asked him, hey, what was the score of Tendulkar in the last match? And he was so excited. He told everything, who has done, how who was caught out and bowled out and everything. Full of life, cheer, happiness. I said, hey, good, you know very well, wonderful, keep it up. He went. After he went, then I called his sister. Then I asked her. I said, hey, this song and this dance was done by Madhubala. Swamiji, what Madhubala? I don't know. That was done by Madhuri Dikshit. Oh, Madhuri Dikshit. So I spoke to them the topic of their interest. They were very happy. See? Now those of you who have come here, who do not have interest in this, they will be suffering silently. After that the parents came. Swamiji, what is the... I said, I had diagnosed. Problem is with his parent, with their parents. What is the problem? I said, tell me, have you taught them to share a room? Have you ever told the daughter to take a gift for his birthday? Have you told? No, we have given them everything separately. They have got their own bicycles, own rooms, own playing models, everything is separate. And yet they fight. Because of that they fight. See, friends, this is particularly so in the rich people. Because they have money, then the money only spoils them. So, Shivapane ekale nande, let them live as one, although expressing in two bodies. Then you will see the whole life will change. Stri Purusha Nama Bhede Shivapana ekale nande, Jaga sakale adhade pane jihi. So in this world, we have to learn to share, and in this manner, Paramatma, the pure existence, the Param Shiva, the Brahman, is supporting both the experiencer and the experienced, the Shiva and the Shakti. Both are the expressions of the same reality. Like both the children are expressions of the same parents. See, friends. Creating division is samsara. Recognizing oneness in the multiplicity is adhyatma. How? Do dandi eka shruti, do fuli eka dhruti, do divi eka dipti, eki cha jevi. Do dandi eka shruti. If you take these dandiya dras, these Gujarati people, two sticks, do dandi eka shruti, when they hit one sound. Do fuli eka dhruti, if there are two flowers, fragrance is one. Do dihi eka dipti, there are two lamps, light is one. Jevi eki cha jevi. In this manner, they may be appearing to husband, wife, brother, sister, but they are essentially one. And it can happen only if we are at peace with everybody and everything in this world. Nobody will be able to help us in this world other than ourselves. Normally what happens? Husband wants the wife to change. And wife wants the husband to change. And finally they change each other. See? And then regret afterwards. So, in this manner, although they are two, but that two are responsible for creating the one. And when we are able to discover oneness in the multiplicity, then we are walking the path of knowledge. See, I'll tell you how it is. Colors and forms many. What is one in them? One is vision. Sense organs are many. What is one in them? The mind. Rag, Dvesha, they are many. What is one in them? The intellect, the wisdom, the discrimination. Then the intellects are different from person to person. But the life principle is common. Now, if my attention is on the periphery objects, He has got this phone, I have got that phone. He has got this car, I am bekar. You will be suffering in life. Contrary to that, if you start coming nearer to your real being, when we are able to see differences, establish differences, support differences, we are samsari. When we are able to see, experience and establish oneness in spite of the differences, then we are walking the spiritual path. See, friends, it is for this purpose all the principles in our scriptures are told. Whether you take the karma yoga, whether you take the dharma yoga, whether you take upasana, whether you take the ashtanga, sashtanga yoga, or you take the path of knowledge, all of them are aimed at come to discover the common denominator. See, if you know Yoga Shastra, most of the yoga is only twisting the body. But what Patanjali says, tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. Yoga is that which ultimately culminates in one's essential divine nature. All of us have the same source. If we come back to ourselves. See? When we are at the periphery, you must have enjoyed the giant wheel. The most useless giant wheel is in Singapore. When it is moving, you don't know even. It's so slow. Maja hi nahi. You go in our hand rolling one, and it goes boom. What a joy it is. And as you are on the periphery of the giant wheel, you will be affected more intensely. But as you come to the hub, to the center, the movement will not disturb you that much. Exactly the same way, we are all living at the periphery of our personality, and therefore we suffer. Then what we do? We come to the center. How? Go to sleep, even in satsang. So those who are not able to sleep, they are suffering. And those who sleep in the satsang, they are realized. Tusi bolte raho. You know how I discover this thing? When some kind light thing happens, some joke happens, everybody laughs. And this sleeping giant Kumbhakarna, he wakes up. And then, because it is disturbance for him, he says, what happened? And then that the person tells him what happened, the joke. Then he alone laughs. See, friends, discover this truth. It is for this purpose all spirituality is. Therefore Patanjali says, Chitta Vritti Nirodha Yoga. Then Tada Drashtuhu Sarupe Avasthanam. These two words, Yada Tada, they are always paired words. Jab Tab, when, then. Like Bhagavad Gita, Yada Yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamya. Yada Tada. So when it is said by Patanjali, Tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam, means what? Yada, when chitta vritti nirodha happens, when we are free from the impact of thoughts. Thought-free experience. If you are on the surface of the sea, sitting in a small boat, and the sea is rough, you will be tossing according to the waves. But if you leave the boat and dive deep, go maximum 10 feet, 15 feet, as you go deeper in the sea, there are no waves. Exactly the same way. As you go deep in yourself. There are no thoughts. But what happens? We are only worried about thoughts. This is the basic difference between Vedanta and Yoga. Only suspension of thought formation is not the end. Tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. So when we are absolutely at peace, nothing disturbs us. At that stage, inquiry must kindle. And what is that inquiry? As to who am I? Then our scriptures tell that you are a jiva. And we, like dumb, accept jiva is jiva. But what is jiva? Find out what is jiva. Then we come to know expression of the infinite through the limitations of the finite. That finite expression of the infinite is called a jiva. Now to understand this, if your shoe number is 8, you bought it, and that person packed and you paid and you came home. Next day you have to go for a big party. But in that packing it so happened that person who packed, he gave one number less. Instead of 8 it was 7. Now you don't see that. When next day you come, put on nice suit and all that, put on, I think it is new, there was not going. And somehow you get into the car, reach there, and when you start walking there, kawwa chala hams ki chaal. Hey Gupta ji, what happened to you? Nothing. But why are you walking like this? No, nothing. This actually happened in Mumbai. So I asked him, I said, excuse me, in a big hotel, in a big party, excuse me, what is your shoe number? A Swami asking a person unknown to him his shoe number. So he looked at me. Yes, I am a cobbler. I said, your shoe is one number less, I feel. He said, probably what you say is true. It's too tight. But now in this big place, what can I do? Remove the shoe. Removing the shoe and going for a party, it is not going to bathroom. See? There also we require slippers. Now understand, when one number of shoe is less, how we walk, that Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak Paramatma, when he is expressing through this shoe, how his behavior, that is the jiva. Now what was the way for that man? Only one way was, remove the shoe. What is the way for us? Give up this body. How? Go to sleep. See friends, and when we remove the shoe, the food becomes, feeling good. In the same manner, when we go to sleep, shoe was removed. Then that time you are Brahman, unmanifest. Then again body identification, again the same shoe numbers, continuously going on and on. Therefore, what is the soul? There is no soul like a shoe. One soul for each shoe. No. There is one soul in and through the totality. Because this soul or life is an expression of the divine. See, bulbs may be many, light is one. The principle of light is the same in every bulb. Therefore, neither the bulb nor the light is holy or unholy. If the bulb is in the temple, it is not a holy bulb. If the bulb is in the toilet, it is not an unholy bulb. See, friends, slowly, slowly, we will discover one day, jiva or the soul is only a method of telling us something different. And what is that? Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Hey Arjun, I am alone expressing in and through everything and being. Is it not? Everything and being is. existence is common for the sentient and the inert. But the expression of that existence differs on account of the conditioning through which it is expressing. So when the consciousness expresses as life in a cobra, it is not a venomous consciousness. When the consciousness expresses through a cow, it is not a vegetarian consciousness. No. The expressions are on account of the condition through which it is expressing. We get lost only in the expressions, but we don't see that which is expressing. See, friends? And it can be seen only if we start migrating from the periphery, come to the center. Dive deep in the ocean, no waves will disturb you. Next time you see your aquarium in your house, in Sydney I always experience that. They have got a beautiful aquarium. When the aquarium, the fish are there, when the fish moves inside, my only concern was this, when it is moving inside, what must be the experience of the water? See, when the fish moves, there are no ripples. There are no waves. Next time you see that. And in that same quantity of water, if you add few more fish, will it be a burden for the water? No. If you take away all the fish, is it a loss to them, to the water? No. Is it not our experience? When so many of you come and sit here, is it a burden on my vision? If you all of you go, are koi hai nahi dekhne ke liye? No. In short, we are that, we support everything, but do not get disturbed by anything, neither birth nor death, neither last life nor next life. These are all the techniques of communication. And therefore here, do oti ek goti, lips may be two, but speech is one. Do dona ek chi dithi, eyes are two, but we are seeing only one. We don't see two places unless you play with it. Then Tevi Doghi Jihi Srishti Eki Jajevi. And therefore Shiva and Shakti, they may appear to be two, but they are the support for one creation. See, friends, children are the responsibility of both the husband and wife. And when both of them are responsible, then there is the peace. Otherwise, there is only the pieces. दावुनी दोनीपण एक रसाचे आरोगण करिता हे मेहुण अनादीजे. Therefore, these Shiva and Shakti, they are like mehuna is a very typical thing in Maharashtra. When there are some auspicious functions, puja, they call a married couple, not living in, the married couple. And their puja is done, and they are given some gift and all that, and then that function is complete. This is called as mehuna. So, Davani, Donipada, that one Paramatma, one Brahman, one Paramashiva has become Shiva Shakti, Davani, Donapada, Ek Rasache, Arogana, but both of them are invited together, and both of them are enjoying the creation and the created. Ekaras karita hai mehuna anadije. And this is always like this. There is nothing new in this world. When you are taking food, you require varieties, isn't it? Those who are daridri, they eat sandwich for the breakfast, lunch for the breakfast, and of course, dinner is breakfast. The varieties in food preparation tells the culture of that society. Ours is eat culture. See, out of one rice, how many things? They make a big batter. First day, idli. because they make the batter for a month. It goes in the fridge, comes out, goes into the microwave, and pindadana is given to you. Then the second day they will be making the uttapam, flattened idli. Batter is the same. Third day it is made into a masala dosa. Same batter. Fourth day, paper dosa. See? When I was in South, I was so fed up of this dosa idli. I came to Assam, Guwahati, many years before. And when I slept, could you believe what I dreamt? I have taken dosha as a chaddar and idli as a pillow. All the time the same thing. But if you come from south to the north, then penganda parta. And then roti, khate raho. That variety tells how evolved is our culture. See, friends. Therefore, Davani Dhoni Puna Ekarasache Arogana. Although it is only food for satiation of hunger, but variety tells how much evolved you are. And therefore, we have got Rama, Krishna, Devi, then Hanumanji, so many of them. Because we are not Daridri, a kitsch god. See, friends, you cannot have one standard uniform for the military. Same size, no change. Bring the recruit, fix him inside. Oh, his head is coming out, cut, next. The other person comes, fix him inside. Oh, he is lost inside, pull him out. Like the dress is made specially for everybody. In the same manner, in our religion, depending upon your requirement, karma, yoga, bhakti, jnana, everything is there. Though you find out what for you are fit. See? Then you will know the depth that we have in this Amrutanubhava. Then you will understand. And once we have respect and reverence for our scriptures, nobody can corrupt us. See? We remain solid and rooted in this truth. And this is what is the ultimate reality of life. Give it a try, understand, study. Now what I am telling you, in a lighter vein, although principles are told, but if you want to really study in depth, take the book, read, write, make notes, understand, and have that Amrutanubhava your own property. But for God's sake, don't give lectures. Why? My market will go. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.